So this is take two of part whatever of this Ellie and Sam trilogy. I accidentally name dropped the middle of the video, so I had to restart. So I left you guys off with a little bit of a cliffhanger, saying that at the end I said like, oh, she had to tell me something, and she was like, okay. I was like, okay, yeah, okay, you can tell me, you can tell me what it is, and she said, oh, I'll tell you next week because I'm not ready. Like, I was like, okay, sure, bro, sure. Well, I think she said next week or something. I forgot fully what she said. But I was like, okay, sure. Tell me next week. Next week came by. She was like, okay, I'm not ready, and like, the finals is coming up, and I don't really want to interrupt you or like distract you. I was like, okay, okay, fair enough. And so after long anticipation, the day was here, the finals day. And so I did the finals test. I don't think I bombed it I don't think I bombed it. But she said, I'll tell you at the end of the day. I was like, sure. But the thing is, at the end of the day means like when we get kicked out of school, like when we there's a time we have to leave from school. We can stay there for a little while, but we have to leave at a specific time. And then like I was like, hey, we gotta leave really soon, and I really want to go eat with the lunchies and that kind of stuff. And Ellie was gonna go eat with someone else. So I was like, can I hurry this up? So I sent her texting like, oh, like tell me now or never. And then she was like, okay, I'll tell you. But before that, she went to Noah and talked to Noah for a little bit. I I know what she said, but that's not really the point here. So much Hermes boots. Anyways, and then eventually she came up to me and said like, oh, this relationship is not gonna work. She dumped me basically. That's the easiest way to say it. Now it didn't. Of course it hurt, but it's like I didn't cry. I didn't feel sad particularly. It was just kind of disappointment, mainly in myself, because I knew that I was the fault. I was at fault here, because I did not treat the relationship very well. I'm dead. Um, but I kind of blame myself for it mainly. And the next few days went by. The next few days kind of felt blank and bleak, because like every morning I talked with her, every damn day I talked with her. So I was like, it felt kind of weird. And then we tried talking though. We tried talking, but it just couldn't work out. It felt awkward, and it just kind of felt awkward and forced. So we're like, so we slowly kind of drifted apart. I occasionally talked to her, occasionally. And after a few months, she started to become fairly mean to me. Like it sounded like she like hated me actually. To this day, she doesn't have an explanation for it. She was like, I don't remember. And Ellie's sister, Gwen, she said she remembers it, saying like, oh, you are really an asshole. But that was the past, blah blah blah. And this is the most interesting thing that I still. Oh, it's snowing outside. This is something I still don't fully understand just yet. But let me explain this first. So in school, we have a school camp where we go to a place far away from school, and we sit there for a few days and do activities. I've been there once, but I don't really go anymore because it's really hot and my skin issues is not very good with it. I'll make a video about that soon. But you know, and the boys, the guys, I don't know what they do exactly. I don't remember. But the girls, though, as you can probably tell, they gossip like crazy. Wait, no, that does girl. Let's be honest. But I don't like gossip that much. But sometimes, like, when I have a few female friends, and when I'm with them, I accidentally gossip, like, because like it's like influence or whatever. I do try my best to avoid it, but it's hard. to be in a conversation and blah blah blah, right? But this is what Ellie actually no, no, wait, let me. So I have another friend in that little group, right? She's another master gossiper, as you could say, but she also spreads misinformation. That's one thing I know about her. So I'm like, I don't trust everything that she says. But you know, she told me right after camp saying like, hey, Ellie said this and this and this is about you, and she said, uh, this might be a little bit inaccurate because I don't remember this. This was a while ago, but she said that like, she we were supposed to keep us to about this whole dating thing a secret. She said like, oh, I dated Sam and like this and that, right? I can't get past this point. And she wasn't really supposed to tell everyone that, but oh well, right? And the other things were like, I didn't like him that way, and like she said other stuff too. But the main thing that really kind of like I'm like, what kind of reaction was the fact that I'm the one who confessed. Now that kind of annoys me, mainly because like I don't know what it is. It's really kind of annoys me. It really annoyed me. And then she didn't tell that just to the gossip group. No, 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 no. She told that to a lot of other people. And like I had to tell them like, hey, I didn't like that really kind of annoyed me. I don't know exactly why that one specifically did piss me off. It just did. So I had to like, tell people, hey, I didn't. Here's proof. Like blah blah blah, right? And eventually I asked her about it, saying like, hey, did you tell anyone about this? And she said, oh, I told one person who, wasn't the school I was in, but she left. And I was like, okay. At this point, like, I decided to believe Ellie instead. I hope I didn't name drop. But, yeah. So, but I decided to believe her instead. Ellie. And, I was like, okay, fine. I left it all behind. And, and eventually we stopped talking, and yeah, that's kind of how it happened. That's how it ended. It all ended. I'm dead. I'm not. Well, that's how everything ended. It's interesting to end, but oh well, right? Everything has to end or something. Whatever the line goes. I'll make another part to this.